Hello and welcome from Budapest. This is Hungary Reports from Public Media M1, bringing you the latest news from Hungary and the Carpathian Basin in English. I'm Árpád Szőci. Thanks for joining us. In his speech at the UN Climate Action Summit in New York on Monday, Hungarian President János Áder confirmed Hungary's plan to reduce carbon dioxide emissions. He said that CO2 emissions from energy production will decline by 90% by 2030. President Áder was one of the leaders allowed by UN organizers to hold a speech since Hungary offers clear-cut fossil fuel reduction goals. Many countries still do not.
Greenhouse gas emissions have further increased around the world the past few years, despite the commitments of the 2015 Climate Agreement of Paris. According to recent data, the Earth may well become warmer faster than previously expected. In order for countries to make further concrete commitments in the fight against global warming, the UN Climate Action Summit took place on Monday at UN headquarters in New York. More than 100 countries participated in the conference, but only 66 leaders were allowed to make a speech, including the Hungarian president. Hungary will also do everything possible in the future so that our common goals of Paris can become a reality. Hungary guarantees that in the next 3 years it would spend $6 million on international climate protection, János Áder said. The president added, part of this sum will support the Green Climate Fund in the fight against global warming. Afterwards, he listed further Hungarian commitments. By 2030, Hungary will increase solar power capacity tenfold. It will no longer use energy that produces carbon, and it will increase nuclear power production. The joint effect of these three measures is that 90% of electricity generation in Hungary will be carbon dioxide-free, the president stated. Furthermore, by 2050, Hungary guarantees that the energy efficiency of buildings will be improved by almost a third. By 2030, each town with a population of more than 25,000 will switch to running e-buses only. We will continue our afforestation program. During the past 100 years, the forest area of Hungary has doubled in size. By 2050, we will increase our forest area by 30%, the Hungarian president said. János Áder brought to participants' attention Hungary's virtual power plant program. The main point of this program is the fact that the cheapest type of energy is the one that we do not even generate.
Another auto manufacturer is expanding in Hungary. This time, it's BMW in the eastern city of Debrecen. The world-renowned German car maker has officially taken possession of several hundred hectares of land where it will build its factory to produce traditional and battery-operated vehicles. The firm is now on the hunt for employees.
During the previous 8 months, work has been ongoing on this 400-hectare area near Debrecen. Now the purchase agreement has also been signed, by which the prepared territory has become the property of BMW. The government supported the development of transportation infrastructure with approximately 390 million euros at the industrial zone where the factory is to be built. Besides, an additional amount of 105 million euros is spent on education, with the aim of providing skilled labor for companies in Debrecen. The new investment will give new impulse not only to Debrecen, but also to the whole county and the Trans-Tisza region. Its effects will be perceptible even across the borders, State Secretary Levente Magyar said. The Hungarian automotive industry is soaring. We have more than doubled our output during the past 10 years. At present, Hungary produces 500,000 cars and 2.5 million motors each year. With BMW, these numbers will increase significantly, the State Secretary said. The director of the new BMW factory announced they have already started the recruitment of employees and construction will begin in the spring. In Debrecen, electrical cars and cars with internal combustion engines will be produced.
He's been practicing backward scissors kicks since he was a small child. Now it's paid off. I'm talking about Hungarian Daniel Zsori, who won for the best goal of the year, according to the world soccer body FIFA. The awards ceremony took place on Monday, where all eyes were on a Hungarian who won an award named after Hungary's most famous soccer player, Ferenc Puskás, the leader of the Magic Magyars of the 1950s and the Real Madrid star.
Most jön azonban a beívelés. Egy oldalzó mozdulat! Micsoda gól!
In overtime, with just seconds left in the game, Daniel Zsóri produced the spectacular backward scissors kick while playing for Debrecen against Ferencváros of Budapest back in February. The 18-year-old had been subbed into the game just minutes earlier, and this was his first ever match in Hungary's first division.
And the winner is
Daniel Zsóri.
And indeed, this goal, scored in February, did become the goal of the year. On Monday night, at the Best FIFA Football Awards ceremony at La Scala Opera House in Milan, Italy, Zsóri's goal was chosen as the best, thus winning him the Puskás Award. After receiving it, he said he could hardly believe that he scored the best goal in the world. My heart was beating hard. I thought that the camera would pick up on that I was rather nervous, the player said. Zsóri comes from the Hungarian minority in Romania, from the village of Simonyföldön. The town is very proud of its native son. Back when Zsóri was a child, he used to kick the ball around here with his friends. I wanted to be on the same team as him. I always wanted to get on the same squad as him, his childhood friend said. When Zsóri was 10, he then joined the soccer academy in the southern Hungarian city of Békéscsaba. His coach at the time said that he was already practicing backward scissors kicks back then. We were always joking that sometimes ruined our team play, because he always wanted to do backward scissors kicks. But they do say that you have to keep practicing that, and here you've got a world-class goal, his former coach said. Zsóri, who recently transferred from Debrecen to Mólfehérvár, arrived back from Milan on Tuesday afternoon. He said that it was a great honor for him to be the first Hungarian to pick up the award named after Hungary's most famous player. It's not just a huge honor for me, but for Hungary too, because since the prize's inception 10 years ago, I was the first Hungarian nominee for it, which I also succeeded in winning, said Zsóri. Daniel Zsóri beat soccer greats to get the award, including Lionel Messi of Argentina and Barcelona fame. Not bad for a player from a small Transylvanian town.
Not bad at all. A new website has been launched to profile Hungarian diaspora communities around the world, as well as Hungarian minorities in the countries surrounding Hungary. It provides information on innovative people, grant applications, and also lots of personal stories.
In Sepsiszentgyörgy, there are about 40,000 Hungarians. For example, the Hanko couple is also Hungarian, who have been preparing decorations for baby rooms for 4 years. We started preparing these pieces of decoration because of our children, only for ourselves. It was my hobby to deal with such technological things. I even built the first cutting machine from pieces I could find at home, the entrepreneur said. Stories similar to theirs will also be made public on the new website of Hungarians abroad. The State Secretary for National Policy, Árpád János Potápi, said that they would be calling out on the website to university and college students from whom they expect personal stories presenting their Hungarian heritage. Deputy Prime Minister Zsolt Semjén pointed out that it was an important goal to create relationships between Hungarian communities outside Hungary's borders. We wanted to make all this very personal. We ask for personal stories, institutions, or the necessary legislation when needed. The aim behind all this is the fact that we want to become catalysts in the process, and we would like to make the lives of Hungarians even more integral. We would like the whole of the Carpathian Basin to be woven through with more and more blood vessels, the Deputy Prime Minister said. The objective is to connect not only Hungarians living in the Carpathian Basin, but Hungarians from all over the world. Thus, stories are being shared from everywhere. The website is a news portal as well, while interested visitors can gather information about different programs, tenders and grants. Besides, it serves as a knowledge bank regarding national policy. For example, the map of twinning arrangement programs is also available at the website külhonimagyarok.hu.
tartott beszédet és
A photo exhibition called Confession has opened in Budapest at the office of the Commissioner for Educational Rights. The works of the past 5 years of Clara Servatius are on display. Several hundred photos can be viewed. Many have to do with the sculptures made by her now deceased husband Tibor Servatius and his brother Jenő. Both are originally from Kolozsvár in Romania. Spring love has had its results near Budapest at the Budakeszi Wildlife Park, where various animals have been born the past few days. A spotted deer fawn was born, as was a European bison baby. Of the 1 male and 2 female bisons there since 2015, they were able to further populate their breed with several babies, which were then distributed to other wildlife parks. And that's all for now, but we'll be back the next night live right after the news in Hungarian at 11 p.m. local time. You can also catch us in repeats and online. Please stay tuned now, if you can, for our new shows in German, Russian, and Chinese. Thanks very much for watching, and minden jót!